If someone under the age of consent rapes an adult, who is charged for the assault? TWR at Pay. I'm watching a TV show set in Chicago. Teenage girl had sex with her 40/50th yo stepdad without his consent. She recorded it, yet he is the one in trouble with police. But the video clearly shows he was being raped, not doing the raping, and the girl wasn't told off at all. Why? By the way, sorry if wrong. Flare edit. Yay, it's shameless lol. Thanks for all the responses, it's been interesting. I actually read a legal post asking if a woman 19F who was drunk would get in trouble for being raped by a 16 meters, and if she should even bring it to the police. Unfortunately, I think she's just going to talk to the brother of the boy who raped her. I read that one too. She can't go to the police because they were all underage drinking, no witnesses, and she's clearly the adult there. It could clearly backfire if the guy decides to blame her. It's such a fucked up situation. She also refused to do a rape kit and it's been days since then. Which leaves all the evidence gone. Talk about traumatizing. Not exactly rape, but knew a guy in Wisconsin. Married a lady that had a daughter from a previous marriage. Daughter was known behavioral issues at home and school. Drinking, drugs, sexual promiscuity and the like. She grabbed his dick one day. Guy told wife. Guy and wife decided to get her help. The help reported him to police. Was arrested. Convicted. Is now on sex offender registry. Kicker is, the daughter admitted to grabbing his dick without provocation. She thought it was cool thing to do. Depends on the laws in that country. I remember watching the news where a bunch of minors, youngest was 13-year-old, gang raped an adult woman. She went to the police, but they could not charge the boys because the laws were written to apply to 16 or 17-year-olds, plus the laws were amended in that country. In India we have recently had a few famous cases of minors raping adult women. The law has now been changed so that perpetrators between the ages of 16 to 18 will be charged as adults. Actual answer. For a statutory rape there is no requirement that you knew that the child was underage, but there is a requirement that you knowingly subjected them to sexual contact. So this doesn't fit the definition of statutory rape. If a child raped an adult, it would just be a plain old sexual assault if the child is old enough to be prosecuted. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. My friend, 20F, was raped by her brother-in-law, 17M. And she was punished to the fullest extent of the law in Utah. Sex offender registry, took her daughter away, not allowed stuffed animals or photos of her daughter, jail. She is one of the strongest women I have ever known. At least here in Sweden nobody would be charged, but the girl would have been given mandatory counseling. Female on male rape is never taken seriously. If the rapist was underage, the older person would definitely get the blame. Laws vary by geographic location. He's in trouble with the police because the incident is not at all common and would be very difficult for the police to believe. Proving his innocence would be an expensive and time-exhaustive thing most like. Even with a confession from the teen there would be suspicion that she was coerced into the confession because he's an adult authority figure in her life. What a fucked up situation. Proving his innocence would be an expensive and time-exhaustive thing most like. Which is a shame. One should have to prove their own innocence. The prosecution should have to prove guilt. At least that's how our system was supposed to work. What's the show? Shameless. USA, Frank and Karen. When I was 18 and raped by a 17-year-old, the social worker that came into my hospital room after my rape kit told me that if I tried to sue him, he could counter-sue me for rape since I was legal age and he wasn't. That's absolutely disgusting and I'm so sorry.